The Nerdgasm Talk podcast is brought to you by Spaces Philly. If you love podcasts, go to spacesphilly.com where you can check out Lulu and Pop, Both Sides, Turntables, Jump Thought Super Tongue, and the Nerd Coalition's very own No Gimmicks Needed. Visit spacesphilly.com today. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. If you guys aren't subscribed to Disney Plus, make sure you subscribe to Disney Plus because you're going to be missing out on some of next year's hottest content. I'm going to start with some of the Disney stuff. We have the Beauty and the Beast working title. That will star Luke Evans and Josh Gad. And we'll have a music composer by a Disney legend, Alan McKen. Then we have the Swiss Family Robinson. That will be by with Ron Moore and John M. Chu. In addition, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which is off the best-selling book series. Now, I'm not sure if Percy Jackson and the Olympians will be a sequel to what we already have or a complete reboot.
No, it wouldn't be a sequel because we already had a sequel and that was terrible.
Okay.
I think this is honestly, I think it's a TV show. I don't think it's a movie at all.
Gotcha. Yes, it is a show. It is a series for Disney Plus. Yeah. So
I wasn't sure. That second film was terrible.
I didn't see the second. I remember you were telling me
it was terrible.
That's a shame. After that, we have the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, which picks up where the last film left off. Returns Emilio Estevez. And he returns as Gordon Bombay. And Lauren Graham joins the flock. We have Turner and Hooch, which is a buddy comedy starring Josh Peck.
Turner and who?
Turner and Hooch. That is the title. Turner and Hooch. It's a title. And that is the buddy comedy starring Josh Peck and his partner, a sweet, slobbery masochist. Big Shot. Mastiff. Okay, my bad. Mastiff. We have Big Shot, a celebration of girl power set in the world of high school basketball starring John Stamos, Yvette Nicole Brown, and Jaslyn Gilsig. Now, I'm familiar with Yvette Nicole Brown and John Stamos. I haven't seen him in a while since... Actually, no. We've seen him in Fuller House, I think it was.
Yep.
Then we have The Mysterious Benedict Society, based on the international best-selling book series with Tony Hale and Kristen Skolch. I'm going to butcher these names, so I'm sorry in advance. That's all I'm going to say. Then on the FX side, we have It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia returning for their 18th, I believe, season, and they are
seriously.
This is the longest live action series, ongoing live action series, and they ordered 4 more additional seasons for this show.
Hey, wow!
So
it's gonna be on Disney Plus. Oh wow!
It's gonna be on FX, but that's not only that's going to be on FX. They're doing a sci-fi series on Alien, which I was actually shocked about. I didn't expect them to do this because I know the movies were doing fairly bad. But, Now on to Lucasfilms. Lucasfilms, they've just been throwing everything out there. Y'all know how I feel about Star Wars.
That's a bomb.
Y'all know how I feel about Star Wars. Right now, I'm just confused on where everything is going to go. First, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. It will star Ewan McGregor. And also, Hayden Christensen will be coming as Darth Vader. First of all, Hayden Christensen is not that good of an actor. So, as long as he's just, as someone has to do his voice.
Well, wasn't that your favorite Star Wars?
No, my favorite Star Wars is Rogue One.
Oh, I thought it was the episode 3. My bad.
No, wait, no.
I like Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay.
Revenge of the Sith is the best out of the prequel trilogy.
I'll call it my de facto favorite just because I ain't see the other ones.
Yeah, a lot of people our age, me and Flo Ricky's age, says Revenge of the Sith is the best one. Probably because it's the most action packed out of all of them. That's all.
Gotcha.
Now people are trying to hype this up, saying this will be a battle that we've been waiting for. I'm like, really? Because we've gotten it many times. So, assuming that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader are going to fight in this series. Then we have 2 series set off from The Mandalorian, which is Rangers of the New Republic and Ahsoka. Now, from what I understand, I did see something. I'm not sure if it's 100% true because I didn't see it in any other source. But they said the Rangers of the New Republic and Ahsoka series are going to be alongside Mandalorian, and by the end of it, they're all going to come together. Kind of like how Defenders is.
That's fire.
I'm very excited about that. Ahsoka is one of the best characters in Star Wars. And
She had one episode and got a spinoff. That's fire.
yeah, Ahsoka is a highly popular character. She kind of had the forefront in the last season of Clone Wars. So, and then she had her.
Yeah, I heard they did her story really well. Like as far as like character growth and mature.
Oh yeah,
and, just making her mature and whatnot.
Yeah, she was the main reason I watched the other series. What was it? Rebels. That series was disgusting. Then we have newer titles such as Andor, which is take place of one of the characters in Rogue One. They would be doing a spinoff of him, and before the whole Rogue One era, it will be his spy days. We have Star Wars: The Bad Batch, which is a sequel to Clone Wars, which will pretty much cover Rex and his team going on missions and stuff like that. Star Wars Visions, which is, I believe that's an anime, like an anime style type of Star Wars series.
Oh, that's gonna be fire.
Lando, which is about time we get some Lando stuff. The Acolyte, I believe the Acolyte has something to do with Sith. I am not.
I'm about to say, yeah, I think that's the one we're supposed to. It's rumored that we're getting Darth Plagueis.
Okay.
Who was what's his name? Mentor.
Yeah, which was Sidious.
Palpatine.
Yeah, Palpatine. Palpatine's mentor. And then we have a Droid Story, which is going to be.
No, I knew that, did you?
Actually, I didn't. You kind of shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. And then we have a Droid Story, which is supposed to be a show between R2D2 and C3PO, which is like, okay, now you're running it to the ground.
That sounds like a comedy.
Right. Now,
you ain't lied on that one.
Man, it's just are we going to see is R2 roasting C3PO the whole series? Now, I know they mentioned something about Clone War. Oh, sorry, Star Wars, the Old Republic, a while back, and I see it hasn't been announced here, so I'm not sure where that's going to fit in. If they're actually working on that, or if it's been scrapped, or if the Acolyte is going to be in that era of the Old Republic. I hope so, because that is a Star Wars era that barely gets touched, but is completely interesting. And then we have Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman, will be directing Rogue Squadron. Ooh. Not too much information I've seen about this, unfortunately. We'll
get on them later.
What was that?
I said we'll get on Patty Jenkins later. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, I do have a feeling that this will lead off from what's called Star Wars Battlefront 2. We had a main character in there, and then she went from the Republic to I am so confused on the sides. She went from pretty much the dark to the good side. So I have a feeling she's going to take place in this. She's going to have a big part in the series. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully we can find out. Now, Lucasfilms, the studio, will also be revisiting Willow, a new series in the Warwick Davis returning title role. I never heard of Willow. I'm not sure if you have, Mr. Andy or director.
Willow's a classic.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'm only familiar with the Willow that's from TNA. So no, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
When they were making Willow, they actually thought it was going to be the next Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
They thought it was going to be like this large Lord of the Ring type, epic trilogy of films, and I mean, it only did one movie. It was kind of a weird when they turned a bunch of people into pigs. Val Kilmer's in it.
Oh, that's the point right there.
This is when Val Kilmer was hot. He was fresh off of like Top Gun. He was a high commodity.
Oh yeah, because back in that mid-90s, Val Kilmer was hot. Then he put him in Batman suit. I said,
we've all had better days.
Yeah, we should stay in the heat. But go ahead.
And then we also have the next installment of Indiana Jones, which will be directed by James Mangold. I'm not familiar with who James Mangold is. I hope they don't get Harrison Ford. Like Harrison Ford going to die. He's gonna die in one of these roles, man. Because like just give him what he did in the Expendables. He just flew a helicopter and called it a day.
I think Harrison Ford enjoys Indiana Jones more than Han Solo.
From what I see, Indiana Jones. I mean, gosh, Harrison Ford hates everything. I never see him say like, "Yeah, I like this."
Yeah, I would definitely agree because his contract for coming back as Han Solo is that he would get killed. But James Mangold directed Logan and the Wolverine and Ford versus Ferrari, Walk the Line, and 310 to Yuma. So we're definitely gonna get a quality film there.
That's a resume.
That is quite the resume.
Nice flow, yeah.
That's a resume.
But I mean, it has to be better than Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls.
Okay.
It will be because there will be no Shia LaBeouf, right?
Yo, Shia LaBeouf is a good
Shia LaBeouf
actor.
about to go to jail.
Yeah, he been doing too much. He been doing a lot over the years. So I'm like, oh, I didn't even hear about any of this.
Yeah.
This was kept on the wraps. And then the last Star Wars feature film, he's going to be writing and directing Taika Waititi, which is Children of the Blood and Bone. I'm not sure what this is on, but it's apparently on the best-selling Star Wars novel. I do not have information about this, unfortunately. So, yeah. Now, on the Disney side, Hocus Pocus 2, a spooky sequel to the 1993 Halloween classic, the reboot of Three Men and a Baby with Zac Efron, cheaper by the dozen with Gabrielle Union, and a new sister act starring legend Whoopi Goldberg, and she is on board to produce this with Tyler Perry.
Oh shit!
That's where I was like, oh sweet, and then I saw Tyler Perry. I'm like, oh.
I don't think Tyler Perry going to direct it though. I would say as long as he got that one light in his studio, it'll be good.
He's
Tyler Perry, when you walk in the room and you like, did somebody just fart? Fart in this room?
Yeah. That.
First of all, cheaper by the dozen with Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, not sure how that's gonna go.
So it's obviously a reboot then, right?
Yeah, it's a reboot. It's a reboot of Three Men and a Baby and Cheaper by the Dozen.
Okay.
I actually like the first Cheaper by the Dozen. I didn't like the second one that much.
The one with Gabrielle Union, that is strictly for Black Twitter. Like, they're going to eat that up.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm down with it. I don't care. I like Gabrielle. Now, more on that, we have a Chip and Dale live action animated film. It's going to be dubbed Rescue Rangers, and it's starring John Mulaney and Andy Samberg. I'm actually excited for this because I love
that's going to be good.
Actors. They're both hilarious to me, especially Andy Samberg recently. So I'm pretty excited about this. Pinocchio with your boy Tom Hanks, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Okay, thank you. We have Peter Pan and Wendy, starring Jude Law as Captain Hook. Ooh.
Yeah, I like Jude Law.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And out of the four, and the last one I'm about to mention, Disenchanted. This is the one I'm most excited about. It's a sequel to the hit film Enchanted with Amy Adams returning as Giselle. I really liked Enchanted. That was a well done film, in my opinion. So
is that the one where she was a princess in modern day or something?
Yeah, she was a princess, and then she came to the
like
real
cursed,
world.
Right? She had to do. Oh no, I'm thinking the wrong movie. Never mind.
Yeah. Enchanted was really good. Is that on this? I'm gonna check it out. Then we have Greek Freak. It's about an NBA star. Okay, I'm
about Giannis.
Giannis. You talking about
Giannis? Does it start with a G?
Yes.
It starts with a G. It's Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis. Do the Kimpo, yes. Okay, so you got a movie coming out?
Yes, called Geek Freak. It's about him as well as
him and his brothers.
Keanu Lowe and Chris Paul.
Okay.
So I'm assuming this is it's a biography film. From what I see.
Okay.
Also gonna be doing new animated takes on 20th century titles: Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Ice Age Adventures of the Buck Wild. Starring Simon Pegg, and Night at the Museum. Night at the Museum was really good movies. I really enjoyed this series.
Not mad at it.
But we ain't got Robert Williams no more, though.
Yeah. I just forgot all about that.
Go put in Will Smith or Kevin Hart. It'll be fine.
Don't put Kevin Hart. There's only so much yelling I could take in a movie. And then we also have feature films, Jungle Cruise, which, stars The Rock, Cruella, the prequel to The Lion King, and The Little Mermaid.
First of all, for some reason, I know I'm probably in the minority with this, the minority with this, but I'm excited. I want to see Jungle Cruise. Him and Elizabeth Banks look hilarious in that movie.
I need to see the trailer again.
I'm about to say, I have a trailer and react to. You actually can check it out. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I don't know. For some reason, they had me dying. And I was like, that was so good. I would love to go take the kids to go see that.
I over time, I'm starting to enjoy anything The
Where
Rock
you taking them? Movie theaters is closing, ain't they?
Well, I mean,
take them to the living room.
I mean, so are they gonna put Jungle Cruise on Disney Plus?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of this, I remember Jungle Cruise was, when it was announced, it was a Disney Plus film.
Oh, okay. I thought it was okay. Cool. Well, I can't wait to see it.
Now, Cruella, I'm not sure, but I did hear talks of Emma Stone playing Cruella. I'm not sure if that's still canon or not.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's going to be on Disney Plus. A prequel to The Lion King. I'm not sure if that's, the live action Lion King, or this is Mufasa upcoming, or what's going on. And then we had The Little Mermaid, starring Halle Bailey. Yes.
Yeah,
Halle
Beyonce
girl.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we had the reveal that Raya and the Last Dragon, the trailer came out not too long ago, that will debut simultaneously on Disney Plus Premier Access as well as the theaters in March 2021. That will be priced at $29.99. Now, this is a film I would personally pay the $29.99 for instead of Mulan.
Yeah, I was watching that the other day. I'll keep it at that.
No review needed.
No. I plan on giving my review, but I plan on getting the Chris. I think the Christian stuff is more important.
Gotcha. Now they're also going to be producing some animated series with new titles such as Zootopia Plus, which I'm excited about. I love Zootopia. I love the world of that, and I want them to flesh it out a lot more. Tiana, which is a film based on The Princess and the Frog.
Hot damn! That sounds great right there.
That's black magic. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see black women write and direct that show.
You can't wait to turn into a frog for a whole season.
I hope she's not a frog for a whole season.
I'm about to say, show us the black girl magic in there.
Yes, nothing but black women writing that show and directing that show, right, Disney?
Huh?
I hope they do it right. That is my least favorite Disney setup. That movie made me so angry.
I agree with you.
I didn't realize. I used to like it until the internet pointed out why was she a frog half majority of the movie? And I'm like, holy shit, y'all right.
Yeah.
I was just happy to see black folk on screen. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, right. It was and then they're green the whole movie. We have Moana, the series, and then Baymax, which is going to be a sequel to Big Hero 6. And it's about time. It's about time they do something with that. Now,
Big Hero 6 was a pretty good.
Hold on, because they announced they're still doing announcements, by the way, with Disney. They announced I think it's a movie called Encanto, and it's about a.
That was actually next.
Oh really? Oh, okay, all right. I literally just saw it. I'm like, oh.
Featuring Encanto, which includes new songs by Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm not too familiar with them. If I hear a song by them, I'll probably know. It's slated for theaters on November 2021. It'll take you to Colombia, where a magical family lives in a magical home. Directed by Byron Howard and Jared Bush. So, yeah. Then
Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm about to say, I heard my wife's footsteps coming. I said,
also, was it Southside? Something Heights.
In the Heights.
In the Heights, yeah. He makes good music.
Yes, he does.
He makes good music. I don't really believe in his his rapping forefathers, but that was a damn good clip.
Wow. Then on the Pixar side, we have a movie called Turning Red, where fans will meet May. She experiences the awkwardness of a teenager, added with a twist. When she gets too excited, she transforms into a giant red panda. And that will be coming to theaters March 11th, 2022. And then we have Lightyear, which will be the origin story of the hero that inspired the toy Buzz Lightyear. And Chris Evans will be the voice of that hero, and he'll be on the journey to become a space ranger. Now, I never said this in my life because I thought it would be like insane, and I thought people would make fun of me for this. But I've always wanted like a serious Buzz Lightyear movie for some reason. And I was like, yo, I think it will be made well done if they just take like an action movie route of Buzz Lightyear. But I was like, people probably going to think I'm crazy. And then all of a sudden, Disney's like, no, you're not. We're going to do it.
Oh,
okay.
Disney saved the day for you.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
In addition to that, they're going to be including Inside Pixar, Pixar Popcorn, Doug Day's Cars, as well as the upcoming feature film Soul, and the short Borrow. Now, Doug Days is going to be a Up spinoff, which features, I believe, Doug is the dog, right?
Dude,
yeah, Doug is the dog. He discovers the dangers of suburbia, like puppies, fireworks, and squirrels. And that will debut fall 2021. Now, I'm assuming that's going to be the anime shorts like Forky, the Forky shorts.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, those are pretty funny. And then Marvel. Marvel. So, I actually wrote.
Hold on. Do y'all hear that in the background? Sounds like a vault opening. This is a bag. This is a bag.
Because they're just spending nothing but money. So we got announcements of Secret Invasion starring Samuel L. Jackson, Ironheart with Dominique Throne as the genius inventor, and Armor Wars starring Don Cheadle as James Rhodes, aka War Machine, who faces Tony Stark's worst fears. Okay, I'm gonna start with these.
They said Justin Hammer's coming back.
I feel like they should bring Justin Hammer back because I actually liked his character in Iron Man 2. I didn't like him as a villain, but I thought his character was pretty cool. Secret Invasion, I'm assuming that has to do with like the sword and everything. Pretty much the secret end credits that we had in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Wait, the sword or the scrolls?
The sword.
No, the sword, the company.
Yeah.
The sword. Gotcha. Okay.
They're gonna have the scrolls in it too. They were a large part of the
sequel. They were very important in their role. And then Ironheart, which I'm actually surprised that we're gonna get this soon. Now Dominique Throne, let me look her up real quick because I'm not too familiar with her work.
She has a lot of acting credits. I think
she's a fresh face.
She's a fresh face.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's quite obvious that they're building up for the Young Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone can see that writing on the wall right there,
without a doubt.
So basically, they're like, all right, we gave you 20 to 30 somethings your Avengers. Now we need to get these youngins and lock them in for the next 15 to 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
She was in If Beale Street Could Talk, and she's in the Fred Hampton movie, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, so she could probably act.
She got two. Yeah, I was about to say she got two haymakers on her.
Yeah.
Resume, low key.
And then Armor Wars, starring Don Cheadle. I'm not sure what this is going to face, but I'm actually glad Rhodey's getting more attention because I was getting tired of people saying, who's going to be the next Iron Man? And I'm like, his best friend also has a suit, guys. Are we just ignoring this?
I'm happy War Machine's getting a series. Yes. I'm happy War Machine's getting a series.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's kind of... I like Don Cheadle as an actor, but I've never thought War Machine could carry anything. Like I don't think he's like a very good leading man. Like in all of his stories that I've read, unless they do something drastically different, I kind of think they should have wrote Iron Wars into the Ironheart situation. Like I think that probably would have made more sense.
I can
if you're part
see where
you're part of the 1% of War Machine fans like me, thank you. We're welcome, I guess. I don't know.
I can see where you're going with that. It would be nice for Don Cheadle to be in Ironheart.
I love me some Don Cheadle. I just don't know. Like right now, Marvel has a bunch of like black superheroes that are just kind of very like.
The strongest one.
Kind of very left leaning. I don't know. They're kind of step fetchy a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think they kind of like that's going to become a problem for them if they don't.
You mean like Falcon? I say it.
Like Falcon and War Machine, they're both government dudes that are like, you know, they're like your uncle who's like who wears his badge and gun to the dinner table. It's like, come on, man, just relax. Like those are the type of like. So I'm just curious, like where this is going to go. So I'm excited to see Riri, and I love Don Cheadle. I think between DC and Marvel, they both need like fresh, new black people. I think that's why everyone loves Miles so much because he's like he got waves and wears Timbs. Like he's like a regular black dude.
Yeah,
you know. Man,
also
exaggerated black.
Exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Now, also with Riri, I tried reading some of her graphic novels, and she's not as compelling of a character versus Miles Morales. Like Miles he's a better legacy character versus Riri.
I think I don't know. I would give her some time because
I'm about to say, I feel like she needs to look. I think she needs time to like marinate. Like how long has she been like wasn't she just created?
She's been around for a couple years.
Yeah,
has she?
I think about
at least three.
Like, but she
4.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say though. Miles Morales, he's been out for like a minute, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It
was like
I remember hearing about him when I was younger. Like,
yeah.
So I know I'm sorry. No, I was saying like I remember hearing about Miles when I was like way younger. So they got time to like develop and flesh out his story, fix whatever corrections they need to make. Riri, she just got here. Like she gonna need some time.
Well, also when Riri just getting here, when Riri came out, it was instant negativity, unfortunately.
That too.
Because first of all, you know what I'm saying, black women, people are intimidated by that. And on top of that, they automatically thought that she's taking Iron Man's spot. Remember, Miles is not taking Peter's spot. He's just another Spider-Man. And they thought Riri was taking like Tony Stark's actual spot, opposed to, and then a lot of people turned on her before they even got the chance, like before Marvel even got a chance to sell us on her. So I think now, since Tony Stark is dead, now it'll be a good time. Like, okay, we're gonna make this series. They're going to make it interesting, because it's Disney. They're gonna make it interesting, but now you don't have the flack behind it saying that she's taking Tony Stark's spot because she is just, she could be a fangirl of Tony Stark and wants to take on the mantle of doing it that way. So I'm all for it. But when she came out, she didn't get the same love as Miles did when it comes to the legacy characters, and people shit on her really as the first issue came out.
Truth be told, everyone hated Miles when he first came out.
Yeah, but it also
because of the they brutally killed Peter Parker, and then they brought in this Miles didn't get shine for a long time. Like they just no one really liked him, even as the Ultimate Spider-Man. It took a long time for that. It definitely took some time. I think Riri, I think she can definitely get her fan base. I think people expected her to be a hot ticket like Miss Marvel was, and I don't think it's that type of. Also, that I hate the name Ironheart. I love the suit. I hate that name so much.
I don't. I like it.
The Ironheart.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think it's.
I think Iron Woman. That's just too.
Iron Woman is that's an awful name.
Iron Woman is bad.
Iron Girl,
all those Iron names are bad. Like Iron Lad, they're all just bad. Like Iron and anything is just
Iron Kid.
Just I don't know. I would have called her I don't know, something else. Force. I don't know, anything else. She doesn't have to have an iron in her name. She's not like Tony Stark's kid.
Right. Now, a lot of people were I know they wanted Tony Stark's kid to take the mantle of Tony Stark. So I never heard too much of the flack on this so far, but I'm pretty sure this is going to come.
It's going to come. Yeah. They don't like black women.
Yeah.
And I think whenever because she came in, and I think that she was they said that she was smarter than Tony Stark, which I think is kind of like,
Ooh, that's what made them even.
Yeah.
But
And the crazy
whenever
thing
they
is,
do stuff like that, it always just makes people angry.
It
Because
is
it's like, how do you measure intelligence if they're not taking a test or something? You know what I mean? It's be like, I don't know. I just think statements like that are just like you're asking for the wrong type of attention.
Right. And then it's
ain't it like 5 other people smarter than Tony Stark though?
Yeah,
he's definitely not the smartest.
Like
person
if we
in the
really,
world.
like if we really do the if we really go through the analytics, he's like what, number 6 out of the geniuses?
If that, because he said he's like a point IQ away from being part of the Illuminati.
I think he is part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, but he was like a point away from being a part of them. Like
he just made it. Like
you're right, yeah, he like just made it.
I mean, you don't
like in the
Illuminati.
movie, it was like Tony Stark's not an Avenger, but Iron Man is. Like it was something like it was along that type of cusp. Like he's not like people just they don't like seeing black women at the top. But I'm not trying to make this political. So let me relax.
I definitely agree with you on that, but I just think when you say statements like when you have a character come out of nowhere and it's just like, oh, this person's the new Iron Man and they're also smarter than the old Tony Starks, and it's just like, just calm down, you know, like if you were just to introduce it a little bit better, and instead of just, it kind of feels like they hammered it in. You know what it feels like? It feels like that scene in Avengers when
did Squirrel Girl get this type of? Did Squirrel Girl get this type of?
Squirrel Girl.
Did she get this type of shit?
Squirrel Girl's a mad older, and also Squirrel Girl.
No, but did she?
She's like an original idea.
Yeah,
like,
she's an original idea. She's not a legacy of another.
Yeah, but she came in beating Thanos with the glove. Like nobody got mad at that.
Squirrel Girl, seriously. Like she's kind of just like she's a
parody character.
Yeah. Very few new characters come in. Like whenever you have if Riri would have came in,
Thanos, like what?
If Riri would have came in as not Iron Man, I think it would have been better for her.
A lot of times when you have these writers, this is the problem when you have white writers write for black characters. What they want to do is they want to try to find a way to bring in the black and brown audiences. So when you go out there and you say, hey, she's smarter than Iron Man, they think, I'm not saying this is the way the reaction supposed to be, they think that by telling us this, that's going to make us like them more. Be like, oh, well, she's finally smarter than this white guy. I'm like, honestly, we don't need all the pander. We don't need all that. If you let it naturally, come up and because we are going to love the person because it's somebody like us on screen or on comic or whatever the case is anyway. And if you just let it naturally build up, opposed to trying to throw all this stuff at us, because honestly, even though we like it, that's what happened with Miles Morales. He said, well, look, he got this venom blast. He got camouflage. Peter don't got that. And it's just like, okay, yeah, he got the cooler powers. But I mean, like you automatically threw that in there because you wanted to help, bring in a community. They'd be like, okay, well, what can he do that Spider-Man can't do type thing. So, and once again, so I understand what the director is saying is when you bring those kind of things on to our community, it's like you're pandering to us. And we don't need that necessarily. It's like when you come in, they want to make it a point to let you know that she's smarter than Tony Stark, or Shuri's the smartest person in Wakanda. Or it's like, hey, do you guys see this? This black woman is smarter than our white counterpart. Like, we don't need that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Look, am I happy about the representation? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Let her intelligence show. Opposed to telling us, because if she do something dumb, you supposed to be like, they told us you was the smartest one. But if you let her intelligence speak, her actions speak for her intelligence, it sells it better.
And plus, I think because she came out of nowhere too, it was at that time when Marvel was just making colored versions of all their legacy characters, which I think is a lazy way to show diversity.
Right.
Like, just make better characters. We don't have to have the Black Iron Man or, I love Black Spider-Man, but still, like, you could have just had, something else.
Kind of like Rocket and Icon?
Huh?
I said kind of like Rocket and Icon in a way?
Yeah, like they are, like, he's a Superman avatar. They have tons of those all over. Like the Sentry is a Superman avatar, but he's not like introducing the Black Superman. He's not that. He's not the Michael B. Jordan Superman. He's just he's his own character that has his own story and his own legacy. And if you like Superman and you like what Superman does, then you might gravitate toward this character because he can do kind of the same stuff. He doesn't necessarily need to be like, oh, and you know what else? He's smarter than Superman. And it's just like, all right, calm down. Like just show that he's smarter than Superman. Like have him build something and be like, well, damn, that was a really great invention you just made. Yeah. Wow, this dude's really smart.
The only Marvel series I know that like the showing and not telling was the Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur.
I did love that, and I'm surprised that didn't get
right. I'm surprised that didn't get any
Disney anything. And her costume's a little wonky, but I really like.
But it was like that was more of a showing that she's one of the smartest characters in Marvel. Like
because they said she was the smartest character.
Yeah, they
in Marvel.
said she's like, and she's only 9 years old.
And I always get weird when they talk about young people being super smart because like Valeria, what's her last name? Valeria Reed.
Reed.
Yeah, you know, she's supposed to be like the second smartest person in the world or something. Mm-hmm. Like she's smarter than Mr. Fantastic. And it's like, but how? Like how do you right. put this together? Like what have they done to make them that smart? She was apparently so smart she acted dumb so her dad wouldn't know that how smart
she was. Yep. Mm-hmm. I heard that.
And it's just like, how do you do that? Like what does that
mean? Yeah. Moving on, we had a couple trailers that included WandaVision. How do you guys feel about that trailer? I'm gonna go to them frame by frame. How did you guys feel about that trailer?
I'll start it off. It got me way more excited for WandaVision than I was before. Because when WandaVision came out, that was at the bottom of my list, to be honest with you. After seeing the first two trailers, it's actually one of my top, and actually it kind of beats out a show for me that I thought I was really going to want to see, but the trailer didn't do nothing for me. But I'll get to that when we get to that one.
I feel like I already know what trailer you're talking about, and I feel like I agree with you.
Okay.
I'll go. Mm-hmm. I'm still confused, so I just have to see the show.
I think that
like it didn't give me the trailer. It didn't give me high expectations, but it didn't give me low expectations either. Just because we on an MCU budget, so I'm sure it's going to turn out nice. But I just don't know what the hell I'm looking at when I'm watching this thing. Mm-hmm. So it's just like it doesn't make me excited, but it doesn't make me unexcited. If that makes any sense. It's just like I just got to see it when it comes out.
Right.
It was a nice trailer though.
Director, I'm not sure if you.
Yeah, I still feel exactly the same before seeing the trailer as I did after seeing the trailer, where I'm more interested in what comes out of this show versus the actual show itself. I'm pretty sure when it gets rolling, like I'll really enjoy it, but I'm more curious into how this ties into the Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man 3 than the actually like what's going on in the actual TV show.
You're right. Mm-hmm. I love the trailer. This just like everything looks surreal, and it was like, yo, she's about to lose her shit, and I just want to see how she's going to do it. That's where I'm at with the trailer. I'm like, yo, this is going to be crazy. Now that show comes out on January 15th, 2021. So just a little over a month away by the time of this recording. And then right after that, because I believe the show is going to come out weekly. It's going to be week by week releases. And then I feel like after that, they're either going to wait a week or just instantly going to drop Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which will be the next show that we got a trailer for. And that will be coming out March 19th, 2021. I'm going to start with the director. How did you feel about this trailer?
I wanted this trailer to excite me more than it did.
Mm-hmm. So like, me and him both do agree. Okay.
Like I feel like it's cool. I'm already light on the Falcon. Like I'm not. He's not my favorite character.
Right.
And I even read the run where he was Captain America, and while I did think the run was interesting, like I don't know. I've heard rumors that they're going to bring in the original Captain America to talk about how it was like the Tuskegee Airmen to make the the white boy Captain America. So like we'll see where that goes. They got U.S. Agent. I know he's going to be a part of this. They have a lot of ingredients that I like. I don't think Disney is bold enough to really tackle race stuff. like to make it like interesting. I don't like Anthony Mackie. I try so hard, and I just don't like looking at him on screen. I don't know what it is about the dude. The suit looks good. That scene with them shooting the rockets, that thing looked good. I don't know. This is either going to be really good or it's just going to be complete shit.
Flo the Rookie.
2 words. Choo choo! I'm all aboard, man.
That was so bad. That was so bad. It's not even funny.
I am here for it, man. That trailer had me like, ooh, all right. I don't know, man. It's just nice for me to see deep. That's not the word I want to use. It's nice to me. I just like watching dudes with no powers kick ass. So yeah, no, I'm all aboard, man. The one man hype train, man. One man hype train.
Mr. Andy, are you boarding the train with Flo?
No, he ain't boarding the train.
Oh no, man! I'm leaving at the station. This is the trailer that I figured. Well, I was just talking about the WandaVision. That this was the show that at first, when they first announced, it was I was most excited for, and then like the director said, he probably we me and him agree on that. This was the trailer that did least for me out of everything I saw. And I was the least interested. I was actually kind of let down a little bit. And I was like, to me, look at this trailer. To me, it looks like Disney and Marvel are playing the complete safe route. And what I mean by that, it's just like what the director was saying. Like, I don't think they're going to tackle certain racism and stuff like that to make this thing interesting. And I'm like, I don't care too much about regular Falcon, to be honest with you. And I'm like, he has the shit, he was given the shield. I'm not saying he got to be, Captain America at the start, of the show. But I was like, there was, I just felt like regular Falcon to me. Felt like no growth. In other words, it felt like no taking on other.
You don't think he's gonna have growth in the show?
Yeah, I think this is where it's going to lead. Like,
because I'll tell you what, he ain't. He's not touching that. He's not swinging, throwing that shield until like the last episode.
I mean, probably so. And there are just certain things that they can tackle, in history and things like that. I don't know if they're going to, but I'm just like, it didn't excite me like I thought it was going to excite me. And I like I said, after seeing the WandaVision trailer, and I was hyped for that, and I was like, oh, we finally get to see a look at the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then now I don't have a problem with Anthony Mackie as an actor, but Sebastian Stan got that boring face to me. And it is I'm like, here's the thing. Captain America and Marvel made me tired of the Winter Soldier. I'm sick of him. And like ever since like I liked him in obviously the Winter Soldier movie, but ever since Civil War and going down to these Avengers movies, stuff like that, I'm like, I care less if he's on screen. There's nothing about the Winter Soldier that it gets me hype anymore, like he did obviously when he was the Winter Soldier in the second Captain America movie. But all that bro loving that Cap did for Bucky, and then him getting his ass kicked in Civil War, and then him he's just there. And I'm saying there's nothing about him that sparks any energy out of me. So I can't say it's different. I mean, it's probably gonna be a dope show. Like if once I get a chance to watch it, but the trailer's job is to sell you on the show, and it didn't sell me that much like I wanted it to.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do agree this was the weakest trailer out of the 3, but I don't feel as like unexcited as you guys feel. I'm a little bit more on it. This seems interesting, Ron. This trailer actually made Falcon look cool to me. With the ending scene where he was like flying through. I was like, you know what? Okay, now I'm digging him. Because this looks really cool. Never in my life did any of the movies make Falcon look cool. So that's where it got me. I'm like, if you can make a boring character look cool, good with me. And then my favorite trailer out of the series, now this should be coming out after Black Widow, the Black Widow movie. So I'm assuming the Falcon Winter Soldier is going to have weekly runs up until May-ish or end of April, where the Black Widow movie is released, and then we're going to have Loki. Loki was the best trailer in my opinion. out of all these trailers. I will start with the Mr. A&E. I'll start with you. How did you feel about this trailer?
I love the Loki trailer. I really love. I actually now the Loki trailer was one that surprised me the most. I enjoyed the Loki trailer the most out of them all because I ain't and believe it or not, Loki was like right above WandaVision when it came to the Disney Plus shows, and now it moved up for me.
All right,
because of this trailer, and I'm like, okay, so I'm curious to see what different things that Loki's going to try to tackle. Like, is he going through time periods? Is he going through different dimensions, stuff like that? I'm curious. He has a Tesseract, so I'm like,
right.
What are the certain things or these trials that he's going to have to face, which makes it a very interesting kind of story. So that's and it was a well done trailer. Tom Hiddleston is awesome as Loki.
I'm glad he's back. I just wanted more of him.
Yeah, so and he's an awesome actor also. So I'm really I really want to see Loki get that shine. So I'm excited for it. Really am. I'm on board with this and WandaVision with the ones that it got me on board the most of seeing how these things play out, because when you're dealing with shows that expand different things, like kind of like fishes out of water on certain things, that I'm all for those.
Now, the director, how did you feel about this trailer?
Yeah, I always felt like Loki was going to be a good show because it's basically like, I think Tom Hiddleston is super like interesting, and I think he's like captivating on screen. Plus, with this, I know it's going to be time travel involved. The Time Travel Bureau is involved, so you can get these different time frames. And if you do it right, you can have a really good, interesting show. And Loki, to me, he's just a fun character to watch do weird shit.
Yeah. So
I was already excited. I don't even know if this connects to anything. I know it got greenlit for season 2 off top. I'm here for it. I'm excited to see it. And I also think in the trailer there looked like a shot where that was like the Black Widow, like maybe in that spot, and people are saying it may actually be female Loki. So that'd be kind of cool to see female Loki in the series too, because there's been set photos leaked of actually female Loki. So
gotcha. I was going to get to that scene in a minute, but first, Flo the Rookie, since you're the Scarlett Johansson fan, and it looks like Black Widow.
Yeah, right. If she's back, man, I win. No, I'm joking. It was a dope trailer. That was a dope trailer. I'm definitely excited for that one. I just got to see. I have to see it though. But unlike WandaVision, it made me excited. Like, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. It is number one. Yeah, number one on the anticipation list. That's about it.
Gotcha. One, I'm excited to see Owen Wilson back. I haven't seen a movie with him in a while. So I am excited. I'm probably the only one that likes Owen Wilson here. But no, the trailer was great. Again, this is the strongest trailer in the out of the 3 that came out. Now, we did have that shot where it was like a purple world, and we saw it. From what it appears, it looks like Black Widow is sitting there. And a lot of people are saying Black Widow is going to be resurrected in the series. I personally do not think she's going to be resurrected. For the sole reason, this movie takes place in the same time frame as Avengers 1. And when we look at that character, she has short hair, the same hairstyle that she had in the first Avengers. Whereas in Endgame, she had the long mixed blonde into red hair. So I'm thinking this is like this is a direct scene after whatever happened to New York City, which was another shot in the series, because This looks like it's going to be insane, and I'm excited for it. This show looks like it's just going to like Loki just tries to mess with everything, and he just did one thing too wrong, and it just takes the whole balance off. So
I don't think this takes place during Avengers 1 initially. I think it does initially, but I think the series itself hops through different times because they're dealing directly with the Time Bureau.
Yeah, I know it's going to do different. I'm talking about with Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
That's like strictly, in my opinion, that's strictly Avengers 1 Black Widow. and I'm not sure if we're
People
gonna
were
get.
speculating. People were speculating. Mephisto to be the villain.
And Loki,
Mm-hmm. This is
I think
speculation.
Mephisto is probably going to be the villain of um the WandaVision one.
But also in WandaVision, we had a shot of Monica, who's his Spectrum.
Oh yeah, Monica Rambeau.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. But we'll get to that in a minute. We also got we also got a trailer of Marvel What If, which is the animated series.
Yes.
This looks cool. I didn't really get super hyped for it. I'll start with the director. What did you think?
I think it's fine. I mean, the one of the things about What If is like you always it just looked very Disney to me. I kind of wish this What If was on like FX or something where we can get something unique and different. I just think we're going to get palette swapped like Disney movies, like palette swap Marvel movies, and that's not as interesting. Like I'm not super hype about T'Challa being Star-Lord. Like that's cool, but I would kind of just like make it different. Like I don't know. I just think it looks fine. I just don't think it's going to be something I'm going to tune in for. Like I'm going to tune in like I watched like The Mandalorian, you know, where I'm like, yo, it's Mando hour. Like hit me back up later. I think it's just one of them shows that if I catch it, I catch it. If I'm reading a blog and they're talking about it, I might watch an episode or two, probably the zombie one and the Black Panther one maybe, but that's probably about it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. This looks right. Now, from what I hear, the whole series is just going to drop. They're not going to do a weekly drop with this. They're just going to drop the whole series where we can binge it. I feel like that works better, in my opinion. I'm more interested in the stories because, you know, hearing... At first, when I heard T'Challa being Star-Lord, I was like, really? Out of all the what ifs, that's not the one I would go with. Like, I was thinking what ifs that were like directly influenced from the MCU. Like, what if Captain America killed Iron Man in Civil War? Then we'll get like an animated series from that and things like that, pretty much. Mr. Andy?
Yeah, I felt kind of same, but I did feel kind of excited because I was like, okay, if Peggy Carter became Captain America, if T'Challa became Star-Lord, you know, those are some stories that will probably, you know, interest me a little bit. But you know, because I want What If is one of the things I want to be really excited about also. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, like I said, when I see certain things, I was like, that's cool, but it's like, so we're just we're swapping different characters in different stories. Where I thought we were going to go more along the lines of maybe there was maybe what if Thor did aim for the head, or what if
right. That's what I thought. Like a direct.
Oh no, the What If stories were always a bunch of mashups.
Yeah, I thought they were just going to go a different route because of the
What
MCU.
If the X-Men meet the Justice League? Like the What If stories were always mashups. Like the zombie one, I hope. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mr. A&E. I'm sorry. I'll wait till it's my turn.
No, I mean, okay. What was you gonna say about the zombie one?
Well, no, because I know the zombie one is one of my favorite What Ifs for bias reasons. Because it was, you know, the What If story was Punisher destroys the Marvel universe, and it was when everybody became zombies and he just went zombie hunting. Mm-hmm. Even though they became, and then you know it was his fault that the whole universe became zombies anyway. But you know he ended up going zombie hunting anyway. So that was, and you know, like Spider-Man was eating people. Like first he was like for some reason like in a fighting tournament, and he just started eating people and all that. So yeah, so that's what I hope the zombie one is. I don't know if it is it though, but yeah, the What If stories were always just like speculations. It wasn't like, you know, like what if Peter saved Uncle Ben? It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I understand that, and but also my own thing is that because I didn't read much of the What If stuff, I don't want it to be T'Challa is Star-Lord and we still follow Star-Lord's whole story.
Right.
Just as T'Challa.
Right.
I mean, it got to be something different because T'Challa and Star-Lord wouldn't do the same things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Those are the kind of things I hope it's not like Peggy Carter is now the new Captain America. But see, the thing is, if that's the case, really, right? Is America
like that? Huh? Wasn't she like Captain UK?
Right. She
Oh
had
yeah,
a
Captain
shield.
UK. But I about to say because I'm about to say are at that time. I'm not saying they're going to get into it. It's like what would it truly be like? Would they really be accepting of a woman having this much power at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Saying kind of thing. So it's like I just don't want it to be something that's like, okay, we're going to power swap these people, but they're going to still do the whole story just as somebody else.
Right.
So like I said, I don't know, but I'm still going to watch it, check it out. I think it's. I don't know how many episodes it is, but
all I know is they got Chadwick for this, so
yeah,
I gotta watch it
Now
based off that alone.
Absolutely.
The only what if story I read was what if Civil War didn't end, and that was like a direct sequel to to Civil War, or not direct sequel, but like a twist on Civil War. So I thought they were gonna go this route with the what if stories. Try to lean it more into the MCU, like that. Bring up because I know there was a lot of rumors saying, "Oh, Iron Man's going to die in Civil War." So it was like, what if Iron Man did die in Civil War? Where would they go with that? And pretty much things like that. But yeah, like Mr. A&E said, like, what if Thor went for the head? What would happen?
I think the Thor one was like, what if? Oh no! I'm wrong. Sorry, never mind.
Now, the next couple series, we have Hawkeye, which Haley Steinfeld and will join Jeremy Renner in that series. I'm actually surprised Haley Steinfeld is in this. I know she plays Spider-Gwen in Into the Spider-Verse, so I do like her acting. And then we also have Miss Marvel. This is the one I'm little worried about, but excited for, because Miss Marvel, she needs redemption after what happened in the Avengers game. I didn't like what they did to her. I felt they took everything that made Miss Marvel great away. So I kind of hope they give her redemption in this. And
I mean, I have felt they will, because they got Muslim writers, producers, and directors all for this project. So they went out, and because when we were talking about that on the trailer about the people of color, and they went out and they know how to write for a Muslim character, of how she's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
And I
think, I think, like I said, representation matters too, but people don't understand. They may not understand it, but yes, representation does matter. When you have people who know how to write for those people, you know what I'm saying, they come off way more authentic. Because everybody does not act the same. Everybody doesn't do things the same, especially in their culture and stuff like that. And sometimes in superhero stuff, their culture plays a big part in who they are.
Right.
So, so seeing that, because that is one thing that in Hollywood, saying, in filming everything, we do have to change a lot when it comes to the behind the scenes stuff. Yes, we're getting more to the forefront of representation and diversity, but we need to have that diversity behind the camera. So to have that whole, Muslim lineup, I think is terrific.
Right. I'm very happy that they are joining it, and just like keeping her character true to her character as well. Yeah. Like Abu, I know he was mentioned in the Marvel Avenger game, but he was a huge part of Kamala in the comic book series, and they just literally stripped him away to a regular character, and I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that whatsoever. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that series, and I am nervous, but I do want to see what they're going to do with it. And then we also have She-Hulk, which Mark Ruffalo and Tim Roth will be reprising their roles as Hulk and Abomination. Now, I remember I said a little bit about what I think is going to happen with that. Is going to be pretty much, since Hulk can't work no more, he's like, "Hey, cousin, I need your help with this," and he's just going to try to teach her the ropes.
Sorry,
I don't think it's going to be that at all. I think it's going to be a legal drama. I think it's going to be like
it may not be like Phoenix Wright, like them games.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's going to be, because I know lawyering is like one of the big things that they want. I think it's going to be more like a procedural, and like with like a little dash of like comedy to it, because I mean, She-Hulk, the comics itself, had a little hit to comedy here and there. Right. I'm curious if they're going to use the Green Hulk or the Gray Hulk. Like, will she be the Hulk that's in control, or the She-Hulk that's not in control. Like, I'm curious about that. I really love the actress. Like, Orphan Black was my show, and she was like 7 different characters on that. So she can definitely carry the weight. I look forward to seeing like what happens with it. But at the end of the day, I don't think no one really needs this show. I don't understand why they're making it. I'm glad they're doing it, but it's like a weird thing to do.
Yeah, Hawk isn't coming back.
I'm about to say I don't need to see no Hawk and no damn sling. I'm still mad about this.
I feel like he's still gonna have it.
I feel like he is too. That whole thing is weird.
I can't. It's the Hawk. Let me not. We ain't got that kind of time.
Kifla, I'm not sure if you had
the green door.
I'm not sure if you had an opinion about this at all.
Nah, not really.
Gotcha.
I like She-Hulk, but this is another one where I need to see to believe.
Right. And then we have Moon Knight, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, and then a small series, I Am Groot, featuring everyone's favorite baby tree.
First of all, is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special happening this year?
I have no idea. I do not. No, because they already released a schedule for next year. And
I want to say it's 2022 that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's coming later, around the next movie.
Okay.
And then, on to the movies. We have Ant-Man and Wasp, The Quantumania, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Blade, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and The Fantastic Four.
Let me take it.
I was about to say what you gotta say about Fantastic Four.
Let them take it.
Well, I mean, first of all, seeing that 4 symbol got me all kinds of excited, brings tears to the eyes, because not yet have I got a good Fantastic Four movie.
Look, this is their time to do Doctor Doom right.
Bro, you don't understand. No, not just Doctor, just everybody. Everybody just needs a makeover. And
it's fair. Doctor Doom had the worst treatment of everyone.
Yeah,
he had the worst treatment of everyone. He needs the redemption the most.
Yes, that John Watts, who they got to direct this movie. I forgot. I'm trying to look up his resume now, make sure.
He did Spider-Man.
Yeah, he did Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. He did
exactly. That's what I was thinking. So I think it's going to bring more of a homey Fantastic Four. I don't think it's going to be like the very, very young Fantastic Four, which they blew up in, like they killed their own Fantastic Four in the comic series. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't think it's going to be that kind. But yes, I'm excited for it. And now since Marvel Studios has it, I now feel the most confident about the series as a whole, because I have been just waiting since 2005. Even though 2005, I gave it a lot of excuses because that was the one that I had at the time. But yeah, I was like, I forgot. Tim Story directed this, and I'm like, why? So, so now since I finally got Marvel Studios, in his hand, I'm beyond excited about it.
Right.
Because like this, it's my
Apparently,
favorite.
he teased this in Far From Home.
Wait, what?
The director teased that he got Fantastic Four in Far From Home.
Oh well, I don't think any of us caught it. But yeah.
Now, if I could just get John Krasinski, as
that was the main thing. I was like, did they announce the cast? I just want to hear Jim is playing Reed Richards. That's all I wanted to hear.
I think that's greatly going to impact how well the Fantastic Four does.
Right.
Because like the Fantastic Four is such a strange property. Like they're in Marvel's first family, and I think that they hold on to them dearly. But truth be told, like even in the comics, Fantastic Four haven't moved numbers in a long time.
So they killed their own family in the comics. They took them off and they stopped publishing their comics.
Yeah.
Even before then, like the Fantastic Four, like as far as like selling like comics, besides Hickman's run, like it just hasn't been super duper large.
Run.
That was a massive run. I hope they don't make them kids. I hope we don't get, because a lot of the MCU feels like the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Ultimate Fantastic Four was I did not like them at all. I mean, I love the Thinker. I think he's an interesting character, but I don't want anything else from them in that whole situation. So I'm excited, but I'm also at the same time like, let me see one casting. Let me just see one casting of who's going to, if like, I think it set the tone of what we got for the last Fantastic Four when there was like Michael B. Jordan is Johnny Storm. Everybody was like, what the hell kind of movie is this?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it was just like, well, you kind of was like, all right, I don't think this is either going to be really good or really bad. Like, once we know if Jim is Mr. Fantastic, we're like, all right, this is something that we can go. If they just get some no-name kid from Minnesota to be like a young Mr. Fantastic and he's like 19 or 20, and
Logan
I think it's going to be just strange, you know? Like, I'm glad they're bringing it back, but they're definitely linking it all together. You got Kang coming into Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna like link it in somehow with that, because he is technically
he's related to
the Reed Richards.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I hate that Ant-Man title though. That is a dumbass name.
Yeah, it's a weird name, but it fits Ant-Man. It fits Ant-Man.
I do look forward to the Ant-Man movies though, because those are fun. I'm curious, like, with the other movie selections, like the fact that we didn't get an Eternals trailer blows my mind, because it's been done. Like, what are they waiting for?
Yeah, we're supposed to get an animated series for that too.
Yeah, and it kind of makes me think either A, it's not good, or B, they had to do a lot of shifting things around because of COVID.
Right. Or just everything in general.
I don't know, man. I really wanted to see something up front, like for the Eternals, because we've gotten no movie trailers from Marvel in a long time.
Right. Now, this is the only time I'm interested in Captain Marvel. Now that they said they're gonna have Spectrum and Miss Marvel in the movie with her, so I'm like, okay, this is what like grabbed my attention now. Because I was not looking forward to a Captain Marvel movie whatsoever, but now hearing two characters that I like are going to be in the movie, I could probably deal with it. Thor: Love and Thunder, that's probably just going to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy mix, type of movie.
They got your guy in there, Christian Bale.
Why you always say my guy and it just be the most random person?
Christian Bale's amazing.
I know, but it's like what drew you to be like, hey, that's my guy?
That's your guy, man. You look like a Christian Bale guy. Like,
I look like a Christian Bale. like okay,
I'm acting over here.
like okay, man.
But the fact that Gore the God Butcher is going to be in Thor, and so we know we're going to have Thor, and we know we're going to have Jane Foster Thor. So that's two Thors. Right. And Gore the God Butcher story, it took 3 Thors to bring down Gore the God Butcher, and then at the end of the day, it took 1 Thor with 2 Mjolnirs. So I'm guessing Beta Ray Bill is going to be that 3rd Thor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I did a theory on the podcast like a while ago. I said I feel like Love and Thunder will have Gore the God Butcher, but it's going to be like he's not going to be a 1 movie villain. It's going to take a minute to defeat him, and I felt like Loki was going to be the series to where we find out who Gore the God Butcher is. And then they're going to have to set up a team where we have Thor, Mighty Thor, Beta Ray Bill, Loki, and then Hela. Because I'm pretty sure she isn't dead. And then all of them are going to have to fight Gore the God Butcher. Is that going to happen? Doubt it. I would like it.
I think they're gonna knock Gore. I think they're gonna knock him out in that movie.
Yeah, and then
I don't think
the
Guardians
are with him, so it's like I don't know how much they're going to be in the movie. But yeah. I
wonder how Jane Foster Thor is going to look, because Natalie Portman is small.
Yeah, that's all. That was also my thing. Like, I'm very
female curious. Thor she was actually kind of brolic.
Yeah, she looked like Abby from The Last of Us 2.
Yo.
Yo, like
concept
homegirl from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, yo, like a strong woman.
Before we get into the whole Spider-Man thing, we're going to be talking about Black Panther. Now, it is confirmed that T'Challa will not be replaced. They're going to keep him off. Now, I'm actually okay with this. Apparently, a lot of people aren't okay with this. They feel like Black Panther shouldn't be tied to one character, and it shouldn't be pretty much tied to one character that anybody could be Black Panther. I think to me it's way too soon to recast him. It's way too soon to recast him, especially with Chadwick being such an honorable, like, he wasn't just Black Panther, in the film. He was almost like Black Panther outside the film, being just an icon and a role model to, not only me, but other black children and, black people in general. So, I'm going to start with Mr. A&E because I know we had this conversation last podcast about, well, not the last podcast, but we had a conversation with previous podcasts about the recasting of Black Panther.
Well, here's the thing. I understand both sides of it. On the one side of the not recasting, I'm not mad about the not recasting Black Panther by no means. So that's not. I want to make sure everybody gets that clear. The thing is, you had Chadwick, who it's not just about Black Panther. It's about Chadwick Boseman and Kevin Feige and all of them that worked with him at Marvel were close to this man. It wasn't like he just came and did a movie and was like, all right, fine. No, they were close to this guy. He did a lot of Marvel projects with them, and then, like I said, he did 21 Bridges with the Russo brothers outside of Marvel. So these people were close to him, and he wasn't one of them actors that he just played the role and then it's like, okay, so I can take it. He made that his role. Ryan Coogler made that language. Him and Ryan Coogler came up with the way the accent and how people from Wakanda would talk with their accent and their language. They created that. So there is there's a magic there that unfortunately that with him passing away, I can understand. It's like, look, we can't have anybody replace Chadwick Boseman because it'll be a distraction. It's like if you just put Johnny Washington up there, first of all, it's not going to work because I don't think he's ready for that just yet. But it's going to be a distraction to a lot of people. Then you have the other side of it because it's not about the mantle of Black Panther, kind of like the mantle 007. It's T'Challa. And T'Challa is a huge part of this second phase of the second saga, I should say, of the Marvel Cinematic Universe or this Marvel Universe in general, and to just take that character out, because like I said, when it comes to the Illuminati, when it comes to Wakanda, when it comes to Secret Wars and all the stuff like that, T'Challa is their next forefront guy. When you had Cap, Thor, and Iron Man in the first saga, you was looking at T'Challa, Spider-Man, and maybe even Captain Marvel to uphold the second. Yeah. Now, whether it's like, well, we can have Shuri be the mantle of Black Panther, it's like, okay, yeah, you can pick up the mantle, but it's not T'Challa. And to take out T'Challa does hurt your story. Now, once again, you don't know how they're going to rewrite that, or because I don't know if people are going to be are ready for Shuri to just jump up in that role. Like Letitia Wright, I like her as an actress, I really do. I know people are sour on her right now for the thing that happened last week, but what I'm saying is that just even before that didn't even happen, her just taking that mantle and then moving on, like the director was saying, they are probably going to set up for a Young Avenger. She just screams Young Avenger to me. You know what I'm saying? She don't play with the big boys yet. And it's just that piece is gone. So you're going to sit there and think about yourself like, my God, how the hell are they going to tell this story without T'Challa? That's the thing. Not Black Panther, the mantle, but T'Challa. It's kind of thing like where, okay, when Heath Ledger played the Joker, he made it his own to the point where they're like, well, we're not going to recast the Joker because the Joker's supposed to be in the third movie. They just changed the movie. Then you got people who felt different. Like some people didn't like Dark Knight Rises. Some people did like Dark Knight Rises, but the only thing they could think about was, damn, I wish the Joker was in this movie. Because he's made such an impact in the second one. The same thing when you go when you had Katie Holmes play Rachel Dawes, it's like, well, damn, we need this character. We can't just write her off. So he had to recast her and play Maggie Gyllenhaal. But then you can go to the mantles like 007. You had Sean Connery, and then he did his version. Then you had all going down from Pierce Brosnan to the I forget some of the older Bonds and stuff like that. Not coming on top of my head. Take those males and pass it on down. So I understand both sides of it. I'm not being mad at Marvel like, damn, Kevin Feige, you fucked up. He's not. He talked about a Cole. He talked about a friend of his, and it just probably would not feel, because first of all, people don't know what they want, because right now we live in the now. If you say, hey, Black Panther's recast, the first thing everybody's talking about on their podcast or on social media is like the disrespect to Chadwick Boseman. It's like, okay. But now, since they don't recast him, they're like, well, what's going to happen to T'Challa now? We need him in the story. It doesn't matter what they did. There's still going to be flack about it regardless. But I think they know in the long run, if you put, people keep saying, why don't you put John David Washington down? Like, he's not ready for that yet. I'm sorry, John David Washington is okay, solid to me, but he's not taking what Chadwick did with Black Panther, and he's going to be T'Challa, and he's going to fit to me.
Has he ever thrown the punch?
Say what?
Has he ever thrown a punch? Because that's the only way we could tell if he beat T'Challa or not.
Probably in Tenet.
He looked good in Tenet.
I'm about to say, I didn't see Tenet. So.
He looked real good in Tenet.
So even if like I said, I haven't seen Tenet to judge yet. Like I said, I'm only going by stuff I said. I love Black Klansman. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, but it just don't translate to me.
I just wanted to make sure it's important for the director that he throws a punch.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, because that roundhouse kick, man. I can't wait till that Blade trailer come out. But
bro, when that Blade trailer come out, I'll eat cake if it's popping. But I think it's gonna be a different type of Blade. You're gonna have a chill Blade.
Oh, bro, I can't wait to bake that cake for you. But I'll just that's the whole situation that we I can understand both sides. I mean, there's no need to like spit on Marvel because of what they did. I mean, people keep forgetting they're not talking about just some comic book character. Talk about their friend here,
right?
And they're talking about a trailblazer that did a lot for his community and did a lot for comic book fans in general. So it's not, trust me, it ain't like they just woke up and said, all right, well, we ain't going to recast. Since the news that they got of him being sick, because first of all, they were supposed to record in July of next year. They didn't know this man was going to die.
Right.
Only one that knew that he was, going to the upper room was probably his closest family. And then I see people say, well, why can't they do, because his brother looks just like him. It's like, well, why can't they do a Paul Walker thing? I'm like, well, the Paul Walker thing should have ended at the 7.
Yeah.
But they did it for a little cameo. They didn't do that for the movie. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different kind of light. So I support and agree with Kevin Feige's decision. I understand both sides. It's a really mess. It's hard. You don't know which way to go. I just know the story is going to be weird without T'Challa.
Yeah.
Black Panther I'm not cared about. It's T'Challa. That's the thing.
Gotcha. Now, a lot of people may be upset that Letty, right?
Latita,
right?
Yeah,
because of the whole controversy she had
recently. Letitia, right? Yeah,
because of the whole controversy she had recently. And that, I mean, I can understand why people are upset, but at the end of the day, I feel like you should be able to separate the person and their work. I'm a firm believer in that. Do the director or Keith have any thing to say about T'Challa being recast or I'm sorry, not being recast?
Well, my thing, I said this 1,000,001 times. I always thought he was only going to be Panther in the one movie, and then after that, that was it.
Because I heard rumors. Yeah, I did hear rumors saying Black Panther 2 they were going to pass up the shirt either way.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, That's why I was just like confused, like wondering like why everybody seems so confused or all that. Now seeing people dropping theories for Killmonger, please shut up.
Yeah,
Like that's as respectfully as I could put it. Just shut up.
we don't need Killmonger
Um, we don't.
taking over
We
Wakanda.
don't. Besides that, I mean, Mr. A&E pretty much hit it on the head. It is kind of a double-edged sword because, like I said, I would have been fine either way, just because in my mind he wasn't going to be Panther in number two anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But it's still.
but yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But the man himself, like that is going to be tough to not see. But again, I had no problem. Like, I didn't have a problem with him not being Panther anymore, simply because I thought he was giving up the mantle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But I mean, y'all know me, man. I'm gonna end up gassing this movie anyway. So,
how many Oscars this year? How many Oscars for that movie? Q.
I gave it. I guess 6 again.
Okay, cool, no problem.
Just like last time.
I'm not sure if you had anything. I mean, you did say something partially, but
yeah, I just think I don't want to be in Ryan Coogler's shoes right now. Like I think it's a tough position to be in, and I think no matter how you go into it, it's just gonna be something you're gonna be thinking when you actually watch the movie. Right. So good luck for him to figuring out. I hear rumors that it's going to be like multiple Black Panthers, because it is kind of a mantle thing. I don't know I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know. I definitely think that we should not recast T'Challa. I think that would be a huge mistake. But passing the mantle of Black Panther to other people, I mean, it's been done before. It's interesting. I just don't know what they're going to do and how they're going to make it. I don't know. I have no idea what Black Panther 2 is doing. And I mean, that is a tough job. I would not want to have to deal with.
Exactly.
It is.
Because no matter how you do it, even at your best, people are still going to second guess each step.